Hello, my name is Danielle Howe, and I'm a two-star Diamond Beachbody coach. This is Castiel, my son. He is 8 weeks old. I am making this video about what is coaching and what isn't coaching. Oftentimes I think that, you scroll through your newsfeed and you probably see a lot of people that are into health and fitness and you're just like, what is this thing? And, maybe you've considered looking into it, but you wanted some details first. So that's why I'm making this video. I think, oftentimes it's really good to really just kind of read up on things and know what you're getting into before jumping. So most likely either I have sent you this video or your coach has, or maybe a friend. So in this video, I'll be going over how I make money as a coach, what is a coach and what isn't a coach, how to get started, and just some details, like how I make this work with a full-time job and a newborn baby and just, trying to find the time. So if you see real mom life stuff, that's the way it is in this video. But hopefully he'll sleep the whole time. So first I want to go over a little bit about me so that you know a little bit of my background. My husband and I have been married for 6.5 years. And when we first got married, it was kind of like, the newlywed thing where you eat out a lot. We were working a lot and it was just easier to eat out. I actually was working a very tedious nanny job, 60 hours a week. My husband was also working a lot of hours. And, it was just easier to grab food on the way home. And it was very unhealthy food, fast food. And then that resulted in just passing out on the couch. So very unhealthy life. I gained over 30 pounds. My husband did as well. My breaking point was kind of, I was, just happened the same day. I was nannying and I remember cleaning their bathroom and I walked by their mirror and I just started crying. I'm not a crier, but I cried. Why? Because I would cake on the makeup because I felt terrible about myself. And it was just like that moment that I walked in front of the mirror, I realized, what have I done to myself? Well, not even moments later, I was down scrubbing their bathtub and my biggest pair of jeans that I owned just ripped. Done for. And that kind of just hit me. That was my turning point. So I went home that night, my husband and I talked and we decided we're gonna jump into this. We've gotta commit to something or we're heading down a rough path. So we committed to doing Insanity. Insane, because we started with like the most intense program ever, but we saw results. I will say though that he was not on board at first. My husband, I remember he attempted it and for the fit test, he had like 0 0 0s. He would just quit. And so it was hard, and I think we attempted Insanity 3 times before we actually followed through with it. And I had lost 23 pounds and, in the past, it was like I would do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and be either all in or all out. I just couldn't stick with it. It was like this thing where I would be on the wagon, off the wagon, on the wagon. It was a vicious cycle. So then I heard about coaching. I was like, what's this coaching thing? Like, maybe this would be perfect for me. I needed the accountability. I needed something to hold me accountable, not for other people to hold me accountable. That helped, but it was really just kind of a mental thing. For me, I needed something to hold me accountable. So I became a coach. My husband supported me 110%, but he wasn't on board. He wasn't on board with the coaching thing at first. That took some time. But for me, it was like, I also had a lot of back problems too, resulted because I used to run 70 miles a week. I ran for high school and college, and it kind of messed up my back. So I knew that coaching, this thing would just keep me accountable and would be good for me and my back, because I knew in order for me to have decent pain tolerance, I needed to build up the muscle and the strength. So that was just another accountability factor for me. Now, the thing is at the time, we didn't have the money. We really had nothing. So my husband was like, listen, we'll put it on a credit card, because he knew how important this was to me. Put it on a credit card, and every bit of money I made past that would go directly to the credit card to pay it off. And I did, within a month. And, honestly, at first it was just an accountability thing, why I wanted to become a coach. And then I heard about the income potential, and I was like, whoa, okay. So my next goal was to retire my husband from his full-time job. And the reason being for that is because, I had this future in my mind of whenever, if God ever blessed us with kids, he'd be able to be here full time and not miss out on all our kids first. Plus, if you follow us long enough, you know that we're just mushy husband and wife. We never leave each other's side. We always want to be together. So, just having him home, that was our dream. So I did that within 11 months with coaching. And, we've been able to travel to so many different places. We have been to Las Vegas, Nashville, Cancun, Bahamas, Jamaica, California. I could name so many places that we've been to just because of Beachbody, and half of them paid for. It has been an amazing blessing, and the biggest one of all, we struggled to have kids for 6 years of our marriage, and we just had this miracle 8 weeks ago, and my husband's been home for every bit of it, and it has been the most priceless thing. I'm actually a daycare provider. I do daycare in my home, so we do have kids here, and it's been really awesome because Dakota's been here with us for 4 years now that he's been retired, and he's been helping with daycare kids while I get to give him my undivided attention, and my husband gets to be home with him and see all of his first, and that's been the biggest blessing of all. So one of the big questions that I get with coaching is, how do you find the time? So time is a big factor because it's so valuable to us, right? Like for me, I work 7 to 5 Monday through Friday with daycare, with 8 daycare kids. That's a lot of kids that I'm trying to pay attention to, plus my own, plus my husband, who could sometimes count as another kid. But anyway, so it's really just finding the time. And I'll be honest and tell you that when I first became a coach, I was kind of consumed with that, with coaching, and I didn't know how to balance my time. But I learned how. So, with daycare, it's like you have so many kids you have to pay attention to, plus now I have my own. So I have to set aside my time. And you know what? The great thing about network marketing is you are the boss of your time and your schedule. You control it. So whether you devote 1 hour a week or 40 hours a week to coaching, that's up to you. So for me, I've been able to figure out how to make it work as far as balancing coaching and daycare, and being a mommy and a wife. So I always have a blocked out schedule. So there's times when daycare kids are eating and he's satisfied that I can reply to a bunch of messages or post to my challenge groups we'll go over later. Nap time, if I have a specific 15-minute time frame that I can work. And then after work, we always shut off our phones at 8:30. When we first started, there was no time, and we learned quickly that you have to balance your life. You have to figure things out in order to make everything fair for everyone. So 8:30, our phones are off and it's family time. It's never been an issue. It actually just is a great balance for us as a family. Weekends, if there's a weekend or a Saturday that it's family time, it's okay. It's network marketing. I can get back to that later when I have time, but the great thing about network marketing is you create the freedom to be able to have those moments with your family, but you're still making money on the weekends, if that makes sense. And I'll go over more of that. But I think the biggest thing is, setting a schedule and knowing that you can set out time frames. And if this is important to you, you're going to prioritize your time and make it work, kind of like exercising. The next subject I want to talk about is what is a coach and what isn't a coach. So there's 3 different type of coaches I typically like to categorize in. You're either a discount coach, a hobby coach, or a business coach. Now here's the difference. A discount coach is someone who's like, I want Shakeology, but I want to save money, or the Beachbody supplements. That's totally fine. I have so many people that are a coach strictly for the discount. Then you got your hobby coach. That's someone that just, they want the discount, but they want to make a little bit of extra money on the side. I have a lot of those too. Then you got your business coach. Now these are the people that want to run with it. They have the ultimate goal of retiring from their job and be able to be home with their kids, or be able to travel, or be able to have a retirement fund. Whatever their reason is, they want to shoot for that full-time income. That would be me. So you choose your what category you want to be in, and then you go for it. And I match your pace, or your coach will match your pace and help walk you through whatever pace you want to go, whether you just want to be discount or hobby, or you want to run for it. So it's important to figure out where you want to be so that your coach can help you reach those goals. You do not have to be at your goal weight. When I started, I wasn't at my goal weight at all. I had lost some weight, but I really needed the accountability and I wanted to stick to it so I could reach my goal weight. So, the biggest thing about that for me is I wish I would have started sooner. Why? Because if you think about it, people don't always want to look at someone with a six-pack abs to motivate them. Maybe they want someone they can relate to, right? Someone that's really on the struggle bus too, and they want to be right alongside them and cheering them on and not be this image of perfection. So, it's okay to start at the beginning of your journey. You're probably going to get more people to join you and be alongside you if you're not perfect. That's another thing that I wanted to mention is when you go to my profile, or perhaps the person that sent you this video, they're probably not perfect. Some might be. But me, I show the hard times in life, the great times in life, the struggles and the achievements, and I'm just real. Like, I'm just going to be upfront with you guys because that's the way it should be. I'm not going to show you some highlight reel. I'm going to show you the real me. And I think that's the biggest thing with coaching is that it's really helped me show that it's okay to have ice cream. It's okay to have pizza. It's okay to miss your workouts. That's just part of the journey. And that's how you live life, is having that balance. So that was the biggest thing for coaching for me, is that it taught me the balance of it. Another thing that a coach is they're a product of the product. They drink Shakeology and their supplements. And for me, Shakeology wasn't a part of my journey when I first started. And when I started, it was like, oh my gosh, why did I wait so long? It is a superfood packed protein shake. It's got your digestive enzymes, probiotics, prebiotics, vegetables, fruits, everything you need in one shake. And, in fact, I took it to my OB when I found out I was pregnant. And she was like, if you're drinking that, you don't need a prenatal. That stuff's awesome. And now it's my multivitamin, and I'm nursing. So I know that I'm getting him great nutrients. So I full-heartedly believe in Shakeology. For me, it just improved my digestive system like crazy. My husband suffered from chronic heartburn, and it totally got rid of that. So I would drink it no matter what. So it's important to also believe in Shakeology and be drinking it as well, because that gets, all the people following you. It builds up the credibility, and they see how much you believe in it as well. So the next thing I want to talk to is what a coach does is we run challenge groups. So challenge groups are, you've probably seen me post about them, or your coach who sent this to you post about them. And basically it's a specifically closed group on Facebook for those that are all doing a workout program. So you typically start on the same day and finish on the same day, and you all just encourage and motivate each other. That's the secret sauce. Unlike many other things you can do, with having a coach, you have someone there to support you. And then you get to be a part of these challenge groups, and they're supporting you all along the way. That is candy for us as coaches, because we help support all of our people. So that goes along with our 4 vital behaviors. So I mentioned being a product of the product, believing in what we stand for. Recognition, recognizing the results and the success of your team. That's so important too. Also inviting people. So I invited you to see this video. Imagine if you jumped into this and it changes your life like it has mine. If I wouldn't have invited you, you would have missed out. If I wouldn't have been invited, I would have missed out. So inviting is very, very important. Then you got your personal development. So I'm one of those people that I used to be very, very self-conscious. I battle anxiety all the time, daily. And personal development is what's going to make you stronger in those areas. It's just so good for you to consume yourself in becoming a better version of you, not just through health and fitness, but also through your personal development and reading or listen to audiobooks. We do that quite often because it's kind of hard to read when you have tons of daycare kids and a newborn. But audio works great too. So those are our vital behaviors that we stick to. Another common question, or I guess concern, is selling. Do you have to sell? Well, you know what? Technically, I guess we do sell stuff, but that is not our motive. Like, our motive is really just kind of think about it as branding you. When I post on Facebook, I'm typically posting about my faith, family, fitness, food, fashion, a bunch of different things, because that's who I am. I'm just being me. I'm not blasting Shakeology and workout programs all over my Facebook, because that's not what I'm doing. My goal is just to help and inspire and motivate and encourage and empower other people. So that's what we're doing. Not just blasting out messages, trying to sell people. It's not like that at all. And the wonderful thing about joining our team of coaching is we teach you how to talk to people without feeling like it's that icky, salesy feeling. So we'll help you with that. There's no worries there. Another big thing with coaching is Success Club. So it'll make more sense when you sign up, but in order to hit Success Club, you need 5 points a month. Now let me explain to you what Success Club is. Let's say you sell a challenge pack. A challenge pack is worth 2 points. Now what that comes with is a month of Shakeology plus a workout program. Or if you've heard of the All Access Challenge Pack, it comes with an entire year of Beachbody On Demand, where you get every single Beachbody program ever created for an entire year. So let's say if you sold 3 challenge packs, that's 6 points. The rewards of Success Club is really, those points reflect life's change. Those are people that are committing to getting started on their health and fitness journey. And Beachbody rewards you for those things. So for example, this month for hitting Success Club, I'm gonna get me a new spike bag, which is pretty cool, Beachbody spike bag. I've gotten so many gifts, a blanket, a Beachbody Monopoly game. There's been so many things that we've gotten just for hitting Success Club, just for changing lives. So it's really, really rewarding. One obstacle I have experienced and other people have come to me about, one thing that they've experienced with becoming a coach or thinking about becoming a coach is they're worried what people will think of them. This was me, because typically family can be the worst. Not always, but sometimes family can be the worst, or your closest friends. And for me, it was like one of those things that I was like, I don't care what people think. This is for me. Like, really, people will talk bad. They will be negative about you starting on your health and fitness journey. That's going to happen. You're always going to have negative Nancy's. But when you think about it this way, you're bettering yourself, not just for you, but for your family. And that's priceless. And eventually, one day, they're probably going to join you. The next common question I get is how to find people. So this is really relative to me because I'm from a small town in Michigan. My husband and I live here in St. Louis alone. His family's in Tennessee, mine's in Michigan. Actually, my mom just moved here because of him, but we didn't know anybody except for the people that we worked with. So I was like, how in the world, like, no way am I gonna get people from my small town to join me on this. Like, no. So that was my biggest thing. My biggest concern was meeting people. But the wonderful thing about that is that social media is endless. You have Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You have so many platforms that you can use to reach out to people. And you don't just have to rely on your warm market, which, if you don't know what your warm market is, that's people you already know. You're gonna meet so many new people that is gonna expand your network like crazy. And even bring people that are gonna relate to you in so many ways. For example, I've met so many people that struggle with endometriosis like I did, and moms that struggle with fertility. And you kind of meet your market through all these social media platforms. And don't worry, if you join our team, we have trainings and everything that teach you how to do this and how to do it effectively. So we'll help walk you through all that. So probably the question you're waiting for, how do you make money? So, with coaching, I always like to say, because in my heart, I would do it even if I didn't get paid. Money's an icky subject, but let's be real. Everybody needs money. Money is time, and time is priceless. So I think that that's a really important subject to talk about as well. So with coaching, you make 25% commission off of every order that's placed. But commission is not your only source of income. So you also get residual income through volume. So this will make more sense when you sign up as a coach, and I'll explain it more to you. And you'll go through trainings that'll teach it and break it down. I don't want to overwhelm you with the description of it all, but as far as commission, if you were to get 2 to 3 customers on Shakeology, that right there is $90 a month in commissions. So that just right there paid for your Shakeology every month. So my coach or your coach's goal when you first sign up as a coach is to do that. so that you're not paying for Shakeology. So then, you know, it just kind of builds up and you get more and more and more, and then you're making more residual income. Now with volume, I'll explain it like this. I only have like 1.5 hands here, so I'll try my best to explain it using visual, my hands. But so basically when you reach Emerald rank, and that's basically like, let's say you sign up your husband and your mom, and they both want Shakeology, so they're active, which in order to be active, you need at least 50 volume points, and Shakeology is worth 90. So let's say you have one on each side. Boom, you're Emerald rank. Now you can, every time you cycle bonus at Emerald rank, it's $14. Now cycle bonus is, let's say you have 100 points on this side and 200 on that side. Because it doubled, you just cycle bonused. So every time you cycle bonus at Emerald rank, it's $14. Ruby rank is 16, Diamond is 18. So you can cap out at $250 per week at Emerald rank, $1,000 per week at Ruby, and then $2,000 per week at Diamond. That is just residual, not counting your commissions. So when I get my check every Thursday, 95% of it is my residual income, and not even my commission. So if that tells you anything, like I could have a day where I don't get to any messages. Guess what? I'm still gonna make money because I've built up that residual income. So like I said, that's kind of the nitty-gritty harder part of understanding. But you'll understand when you sign up. I'll walk you through and explain everything. But I will say that the sooner you get in, the better, because I'm constantly adding people underneath me to coach and add to our team. So the sooner you get in, the sooner you can build up that residual income of all those people that are placed up underneath you. And like I said, you're gonna learn as you go. So I am finishing up this video, and I hope that it helped answer a lot of your questions. So I guess your next question is, what do I do now? So the best way to sign up as a coach is through a challenge pack. Our cheapest challenge pack is $160. That gets you started with everything you need. And when you get a challenge pack, it waives the $40 coach sign up fee. So your challenge pack will come with your first month of Shakeology. And depending on what challenge pack you get, you'll either get your program of choice, or if you go with the all access on demand, you get an entire year of all the Beachbody programs able to stream through Beachbody on demand. So if you're ready to do that, message me or the coach that sent this to you, and we can get you started. Also, bonus, if you're in the military, your fee is waived. There's a $15.95 fee every month to be a coach, and basically that pays for your 4 professional websites that you get, and that's it. I mean, you don't have to do any of the shipping, you don't have to do any of the warehouse stuff. Beachbody does all that for you. So your only fee to be a coach is $15.95, and if you're in the military, that's waived. So if you're interested in joining our team, message me or the coach that sent this to you, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask them, and I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, guys.